to catch up. First of all, uh, uh, today is after today's class, we'll take a break. Then the next class will be on the 8th of January. Please note that. Make sure that as soon as possible you finish your assignments. After this, sit with your assignments. They are not long, they are straightforward. A lot of people have been late today because you had not finished your assignment, so the system is not allowing you to progress. We cannot keep jailbreaking the system because that eats into your rating. Your marks go down because of that. Plus, it's also a bit inconveniencing for me because now I have to stop what I'm doing to grade you so that the system can unlock you so that you can access the class. I should not be part of that. If you do your assignments on time, then I can be able to do my grading on time, and then we are able to be ready for the next class. That's how leaders should conduct themselves. Okay, let's appreciate Minister Mercy. I see Minister Mercy. I see Minister Eric, Pastor Christine. Let's appreciate them, please. Let's appreciate them. Let's appreciate them. Let's appreciate them. Let's appreciate them, everybody. Let's appreciate. Let's appreciate. Let's appreciate. Let's appreciate them. Let's appreciate them. Wonderful, wonderful, amazing people. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for supporting the class. Thank you so much, school, the entire school, the mentors and the mentees, for us being able to do this school well, with maturity, with a clean heart, with desire to develop personally. Nobody's pushing the other, nobody's looking for the other. It's a lot of maturity. And let me tell you, it will show in your life. It will reward you with time. You will notice the harvest. Okay? So you should congratulate yourself that also you have showcased to yourself that you are a resilient person. You're able to carry a task to the end. You're a finisher. Okay, you're a finisher. Can you imagine? We only have after today, we only have 2 lessons to go, and we are done with the spark level. You see, that speaks volumes about you. And if you have ever doubted yourself about how capable you are as a leader, I want you to begin to see yourself as a resilient person. I want you to begin to see yourself. You see, this is not university. This is not a job interview. This is something you're doing for your personal development out of your own decision. This is good gauge of your self-leadership skills as a person. So you should be able to clap yourself, for yourself, and view yourself very differently after the end of this course, because you have proved to yourself that you're able to lead yourself, you're able to design your life and move forward, like somebody who knows what they're doing. Okay? So today I want us to look at self-care and healthy lifestyle. Self-care and healthy lifestyle is very crucial for leaders to consider this. Now, what we're going to learn today, it's not a must that you are there, okay? It's not a must that you're there. But I'm pointing you in the right direction so that you're able to begin to view your life in a 360 degrees kind of view. Begin to weigh yourself and see if you're moving in the right direction. This information is going to help you recalibrate so that you're walking on the path where you can sustain success. It is one thing to achieve success. It's an entirely different thing to maintain success, okay? And the reason why you require mentorship is so that while other people are one-night wonders, where they hit the jackpot, and after 3 months, they have exhausted everything, you know how to hit the jackpot and sustain the jackpot, okay? Those are 2 different people. People who can succeed and people who can succeed and sustain the success are 2 different breeds of people. Okay, so I want to be teaching you about self-care and healthy lifestyle. A large part of your future depends on how well you lead yourself. if you can lead yourself, you have won a lot of battles. You have won in life by a mile if you can lead yourself. So before a mentor, before a pastor, before a boss, before your parent can even guide you or advise you, you must first take responsibility of your own personal leadership. Okay? You see, this idea that I developed several years ago, and this is how it goes. That regardless of who advises me, regardless of how qualified they are, regardless of the best love that they have towards me, I still have to take what they have said, digest it, assimilate it, and apply it. That's the only way it can be beneficial to me. Even God, when God is advising you, instructing you, He includes in that instruction, you shall do this and that. You shall do. He doesn't do it for you. He tells you what's good. Then he tells you in that same statement, you shall do. So it is still you to do it. Okay? So it doesn't matter how good we are, how well intentioned we are towards making your life better. You still have to be able to be a qualitative woman in your thinking process, in your love for yourself, in your self-leadership, to be able to pick the advice you've been given, the data, the feedback, the information that you have, and be willing and mature enough to apply it willingly, patiently, humbly, without pride, without tantrums. You have to be able to pick that information and lead yourself based on that information. Okay? Strong leaders are self-correctors. For example, one of the things I've been doing the past few weeks is I've been doing self-evaluation. I do that the whole month of November. I spend it every year just doing self-evaluation. I evaluate our businesses. I evaluate JCC. I evaluate everything. I do notes. I prepare for adjustments. I take honest feedback. This weekend, when we meet for Agape Party, we are picking the last bits of data from the church. We want that survey, everybody to fill that survey, because we want to have feedback from the church. We want to know your experience, the adjustments you desire, what you'd like to feel, which areas you'd like to grow in. You see, so I have to be humble enough to pick that opinion and apply it, you see, because I'm a self-corrector. The safest leader is the self-corrector leader. You have to be able to look at your life and see what is not going right and correct it without anyone having to come and do that correction. When something starts going wrong in your life, you do not wait for rescue. A good, healthy leader takes responsibility and fixes what is wrong without having to wait for the chaos and the darkness and the pain and the correction from other people. You don't wait for that. You should be able to have a good dose of self-esteem to correct yourself and be able to adjust and keep growing, because if you have to wait for external observers to come and report to you about you, you are not a good leader to yourself. Okay? So this mindset is what protects your future when you deal with issues early. They do not grow into problems, okay, that will cost your credibility, cost your peace, cost you opportunities. There are people who are observing you and they're not telling you. They're observing how you're correcting yourself, how you're living with yourself, how good of a leader you are to yourself. They will never give you feedback, but they will judge you harshly if they notice you're not changing. The other day I was talking to a man of God called Dr. Julian Kula, a wonderful friend of mine. And he said something very interesting. He said, keep writing those things that you write on social media. We read them. We apply them. Those revelations are very powerful. He told me that. Now, he's a man of God who has a mega church. His church is huge. He will not tell me or comment on my posts on social media, but he's consuming them. You see that? People will consume what you are feeding them. but they might never appreciate you. But when you stop, they might punish you. Imagine if I stop. Reverend Julian is in another country. He will start perceiving me in a certain way, yet I don't know. I don't know. He has not told me he's consuming my content. But he is. He's consuming my content, you see? So you have to learn to be a self-corrector because you don't know who is your audience. So as a leader, you have to learn to... Somebody right now, your future husband might be observing you. You might be creating, you might be in a train, you might be in a bus, you might be in church, you might be in this class, and somebody's observing you and they're not telling you. Probably they don't even know they are your future husband or your future wife. But how you behave will inform the data they will consider when it comes to making that decision. So how can you be safe around that kind of trajectory? You have to be a self-corrector. Why do we self-correct? Let's look at scripture. The Bible says in the book of 1 Corinthians 11 and 31, for if we would judge ourselves, we should not be judged. If you judge yourself, nobody is qualified to judge you. But if you don't judge yourself, then people can come and judge you. People should come and judge you. But if you judge yourself, let me shock you, even God cannot come again and judge you. This is his word. He's the one saying this. If you would judge yourself, nobody should judge you. Because in law, in the justice system, you cannot judge a man twice for the same mistake. So if you judge yourself, you judge your wrongs, you judge your attitude, you judge your bad behavior, you correct, you self-correct, you're judging yourself, nobody else will come and judge you. Okay? You see, so that's very, very important. As a self-corrector, you have to practice that. When you correct yourself, you escape repeated consequences. You do not get punished twice for the same mistakes. That is how the justice of God is designed to work. So there is a way, as a young leader, you can live a safe life. There's a way you can conduct yourself, and your reputation among men, among human beings, is good without you having to sit down on a table and negotiate with people on how they should perceive you. Okay? How do you do that? You self-correct. You adjust yourself. You make sure if something is going wrong, adjust it. Don't be too big to correct bad behavior that you have. You know the bad things in your life. Correct them. You don't have to wait for somebody to come and correct them. Okay? So this is why self-care is not something also that you should approach casually. Self-care is a wholesome topic that you have to consider, as I'm going to teach you today. It is part of your self-regulation, self-health, self-doctoring. It is part of self-supervision to make sure there are no excesses, there are no poisons and toxins that shroud the judgment that should be upon you. You know, nothing should cloud your judgment. Nothing should cloud your vision. And you have to be able to check your life, supervise it in a self-care, self-love approach so that you're able to live a fruitful and productive life. It requires systems, self-care requires systems and structures that alert you when something is going off. You have to have systems and structures around you that alert you when something is going wrong. Okay? They should alert you, and alarms should go off when something is going off in your life, whether it's in your health, in your walk with God. You should know when you're not walking right before God. You should know. Something should trigger that, you know. Whether it's your conscience, are you praying for your conscience? Are you having a pure conscience before God? Because that's your bell that rings to remind you you are out of bounds, you are trespassing. Okay, you have to make sure that there are structures and systems around you, whether they be people that you trust, whether they be systems of supervision that you have imposed upon yourself, where you sit down and analyze your life, your behavior, your attitude, your growth, your study of the word, your prayer, how you talk to people, how you apologize when you're wrong. Are there measures and structures that you're put in place to help you live a guided life? You see, so those structures should then guide you to adjust quickly. Always adjust quickly. If something is going wrong and you notice it, address it immediately. Adjust quickly and make sure you return to the right path. Self-care includes 3 practices, 3 core things. 1, reset. Let's look at reset. Reset means pausing to evaluate your life honestly. Don't just evaluate your life for data's sake. No, evaluate your life honestly. Be very honest. Listen to me. You can lie to some of us sometimes, but you can never lie to yourself anytime. You can lie to some of us sometimes, but you can never lie to yourself anytime. So you have to pause and reset. Pause, evaluate your life honestly. You review what is working and what is not working. When you are winning, identify why are you winning. Can you draw the pattern? Can you identify the pattern of your victories? What caused the victory? I don't want you to be the kind of person who celebrates victories you cannot explain. Success is repeatable. You should be able to repeat the success that you. By the way, that is one of my core principles as a leader. I must be able to replicate success. If I do something and I do it well, I go back and I study it. How did I do it? I record those steps. Next time I'm doing a similar thing, I don't have to reinvent the wheel. There is a pattern. If I follow this pattern, I will get where I got last time. You see? So you should be able to explain your successes, then repeat the patterns. It's called reset. When you are struggling, study the bottlenecks. What is making you struggle? What is making your relationships struggle? What is making your money struggle? You should be able to identify the reasons. Ask where you're getting stuck and then change the approach. Okay? That's called reset. Ignoring problems does not make them disappear. Reviewing them is what dissolves them. Okay? So that's reset. You have to every now and then schedule your reset. My advice is schedule your reset at least once a year. Do a reset. Sit down, do a reset. Go away, lock yourself somewhere the whole day, switch off your phone, and reset your life. Press the reset button. Go back to factory settings. Drop bad things and pick up good ones. Make adjustments. That's how you grow quantifiably, qualitatively. Number 2, rest. Rest is taking time to allow your system to recover. Okay? Not destruction, not avoidance, but recovery. Okay? Distraction is not rest. Avoidance is not rest. You have to make sure that your system is given ample time, deliberate time, intentional time to rest. Without rest, pressure will build quietly until something breaks. If you don't take a break, you will be forced to take a break. Okay? You learn that. Very soon you'll learn that. As your life gets busy, you will notice that if you don't go for a holiday, very soon you will wake up like this, and your body will tell you, where do you think you're going? We are sleeping. Today we are sleeping. You're not going anywhere. Okay? So you either give your body voluntary rest, or it demands the rest. Okay? So you have to know and schedule the rest. Make sure that you schedule your recovery. Push hard, then rest. Push hard, then recover. Push hard. Always schedule that. Schedule your pleasure, because problems always schedule themselves. Number 3, declutter. Declutter. Decluttering means removing what no longer serves your future. Okay? You will accumulate things that no longer serve where you're going. I like to call that rough work. Sometimes when I'm doing a project and I need rough work, I need to help, gather my thoughts around this idea. Even let me give you an example with my preaching notes on Sunday. By the time I come to preach in church on Sunday, I'll probably preach about 2.5 to 3 pages. In fact, I want to reduce it, for instance, in part of my adjustment, I want to reduce it to about 2.5 pages. But let me tell you, by the time I come to preach 2.5 pages, I have about 10 pages of data, information, research, study, Bible, verses, references, leadership, recall notes, about 10 pages. All that is rough work. But what I will use is 1.5 pages. I will not use the rest. I will not need the rest. So at some point, because all of that data has been compiled into a logical presentation, then I don't need the rest. At some point, I have to declutter. Even though I spent a lot of time gathering that information, it was helping shape my mindset to teach a lesson. Now I have formulated the lesson the best way possible, using different perspectives from different angles. And now I have come with one presentation that is worth my salt. So the rest has to go. It's called decluttering. Okay? So the rest no longer serves my future. I have to declutter. This includes habits, environments, and sometimes people. Okay? Decluttering sometimes requires you to cut off people, some environments, some habits that no longer serve your purpose. In the coming year, I'm going to be spending time to teach you about purpose. How do you identify your purpose? Because the grace of God is only released to the purposes God gave you. The grace of God is not released to your job unless your job is your purpose. The grace of God is released to your purpose. So you have to locate purpose very quickly if you want the grace of God to find you. So in the coming year, I'm going to be teaching you that. But for you to be a person of purpose, you have to learn how to declutter. You have to cut out habits, environments, and sometimes people who are inconsistent with your purpose. Space matters. If your life is crowded with distractions and dead weight, growth slows down. But when you remove what no longer fits, you create room for what is profitable. You only have so much space and room emotionally, psychologically, mentally. You only have so much room. You don't have room for everybody. I don't have time for 5 best friends. I don't have time for that. I have room for 2, maximum 3. My best friends, they know it. They have room. If they call, somebody else has to wait. Okay? So you have to make room, and you have to be cognizant of the fact that you are not an unlimited resource. You are a limited resource, Hagar. So you cannot accommodate everything. So you have to always make sure that the limited room that you have emotionally, psychologically, mentally, even physically, the limited space you have, you must always make qualitative use of it. So self-care is not selfishness. It is self-leadership in private. Let me make a note here. And then we're going to look at the practical self-care and health lifestyle principles. As you step into leadership, one truth will become very clear to you. Your lifestyle will either carry your vision or quietly destroy it. Your lifestyle is very important. Your lifestyle is a capital that will ensure you gain profits or ensure you gain losses. Your lifestyle is very important. Whom you hang out with, what you drink, what you eat, what you smoke. If you you shouldn't be smoking anything at all. In this class, we don't smoke, by the way. Everybody, listen to me. In this class, we are now headed towards taking care of other people, communities, families. We are influencers. So we have to take care of ourselves. Your lifestyle is directly related with the level of your success. The future you're preparing for is demanding. It will require clarity, it will require stamina, discipline, and long stretches of responsibilities. Okay? Listen to me. You're transitioning into responsibility. Everybody in this class, you're transitioning into responsibility. And I'm showing you how to stay safe so that you gain traction and move faster than your peers. This is the kind of thinking you should have. That your lifestyle is a contributor onto your success and how fast you succeed and how quick you're respected by the community, by your peers, by your family, by everybody else, including where you work. You have to know how to watch your lifestyle. Big vision without a strong personal system can lead to collapse. Many leaders, I can tell you, fail not because they lack ideas, but because their body, their mind, and their habits cannot carry the weight of the vision they see. It is not enough for you to see and imagine and celebrate a bright future that you see. You must prepare the foundation that shall carry that vision. And that includes your well-being. You have to be healthy to carry power, to carry authority, to carry influence, to be a leader that is worth their salt. You have to know that your leadership, your success rests on how well you take care of yourself. Self-care then is not a luxury for people with spare time. It is a leadership responsibility for every serious leader. You have to build capacity, and capacity begins with your well-being. You have to have a good mindset. You have to have good people around you, people who support you, people who build you, people who make you feel safe and secure, people who bring contributions, people who pray for you, people who believe in your dreams. You must have people who believe in your dreams more than you believe in them. Don't surround yourself with people who second guess you or doubt you or cast aspersions on you. People who don't believe that you can become a millionaire. You are careful. You cannot even share your dreams. You cannot surround yourself with such people. You have to make sure you're surrounded by crazy people who believe in you more than you believe in yourself. Okay? They're called the men of David. People who don't care what happens. If we die, we die. If we perish, we perish. We are going to succeed together. You see, you have to bring around yourself this kind of people who believe. You have to build the environment that sustain your success in the long run, and be very jealous to protect those environments. So in this lesson, you will learn how to maintain yourself so you do not become your own weakest link. Don't become your own sabotage. Don't sabotage yourself. Know how to take care of yourself so that you don't self-sabotage. Okay? You have to know how to gauge yourself, protect yourself, eat healthy. You see, we are not training you to burn out young and recover later. No. We are training you to outlast Satan. Okay? We are training you to outlast your enemies. We are training you to outlast your friends. One thing I'm very proud of you guys is that you have stayed in the class. That is part of the test. See, you have to outlast. The Bible says we inherit the promises of God through patience. They are the promises of God. Promised to, they cannot fail. They were promised by God, the God of truth. But they are not inherited in a hurry. They are inherited, the Bible says, through patience. You see? So patience is something that you need to build into your system. Practical self-care and healthy lifestyle. Number one, your body is the platform that carries your future. Let's settle down now and let's get into the meat of this. Your body, listen to me, your body is the platform on which your future is built. Is built on your body. Your mentality, the way you think, the way you gym, the way you're healthy, you can only dream far into the future based on the ability of your body to carry you to what you see. Leadership does not exist without your body. Okay? It is expressed through your body. How you look and function should complement what you say and do. Be careful how you look. Dress well. You see, be nice looking. Carry yourself with dignity. Before you leave the house, look at yourself in the mirror. How you look, how you dress determines how you will be addressed. Make sure you look good. Your body is the first platform on which we build opinion about you. So you cannot ignore that. Okay? So your ability to focus, your ability to stay patient, act confidently, and remain emotionally steady depends on how well you take care of your physical state. You have to know that if you eat well, you will look good, you will look confident. If you dress well, if you smell nice, you will be able to present yourself with confidence, and you'll be able to transact and negotiate the steps towards your success with other people. When your body is neglected, the quality of your leadership begins to drop. Okay? So you have to take care of your body, regardless of the area of leadership that God is leading you towards. You have to be able to take care of your body and your leadership, even if your intelligence remains high. If your body does not match what you're seeing, what you're thinking, how you're thinking, your body will let you down. So you have to take care of it. How you eat, what you drink, how you dress, how you look, how you smell. Take care of those things because they affect where you're going. Always work towards this. Look good. Feel great. Always feel great. Dress well. Show up with good energy. Never show up for any meeting looking cranky and confused and dead weight, Look good. Show up, with good energy. Invest in your personal brand. Look nice. Always look nice. Always. 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 Before you step out of your house, you never know who you're going to meet. Never leave your house just in a hoodie that is not ironed. That is not for you. It ends in this class. Iron your clothes nicely. Do some natural makeup if you have to. Carry some lip gloss. Remind yourself that you're a leader everywhere you go. Never leave your house looking haphazard, looking like an accident, looking for a place to happen. No. Look the part always. You cannot separate leadership from your self-health. If your body is unstable, your leadership will become unstable as well. Number 2, sleep is not optional. It is part of your recovery structure. Sleep is not optional. Listen to me, guys. This is not the time for you to be watching series until morning. And tomorrow you're going to school. And tomorrow you're going to work. No, come on. Pace yourself. Pace your appetite for entertainment. Pace it. Sleep is not optional. You have to sleep. Sleep is where judgment resets. Your ability to make good judgment happens when you're asleep. One day I'll take time and show you what happens in your subconscious mind when your conscious mind is asleep. Okay? There's a subconscious mind that begins to work the moment your conscious self goes to sleep. If you don't sleep, you never tap into the subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind is where the program of your success exists. So if you're always active, alive, you are limited to this brain. You have to learn how to tap into the subconscious part of you. Sleep is where your emotional balance returns. Sleep is where long-term performance is protected. Okay? So you have to learn that. Leaders who neglect sleep become impatient, impulsive, reactive, short-tempered. They confuse exhaustion with intensity. It is not intensity, it is impairment. It is accumulated sleep that is bothering you. And you have to learn to give yourself enough sleep. A tired leader is not a problem because they lack effort. They are a problem because they make poor decisions with confidence. Imagine making a poor decision confidently and you don't know that you're impaired because of lack of sleep. See? So you have to learn to sleep adequately. How many hours do you need to sleep? Give yourself 6 hours, 7 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours sleep. Good sleep. 6 hours, 7 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours sleep. If you have a day off, if you can sleep more, the better. During the day, if you are good at power naps, if you're very busy, if you're doing intensive mental work, take a break and nap for 30 minutes. Okay, come back, continue your work. That reset is very, very important. Number 3, what you eat shapes how you feel more than you admit. What you eat. We are in the United Kingdom. What you eat shapes how you feel. Food directly affects your energy, mood, and focus. Okay? So if you have a problem with focus, you need to observe your diet. You need to go back and check what you eat. The boys in this class, I know you eat a lot of bread. Bread is your default food. That's why your energy rises and crashes. You know, you have to watch your diet. If you're going to take a lot of carbohydrates, or carbohydrates for that matter, know the quantity. You know, take you don't have to take a big thing. You know, just take a little thing. Irregular or poor eating creates the emotional swings that many young leaders mistake for personality. You don't have a personality problem. You have a food problem. Okay. And you have to separate that. As a leader, you have to know, hey, what's causing my mood swings? Is the food. And go and observe your food. Okay? Go and check your food. You're not moody and low energy. You just have a habit of eating big fufu for lunch. Cut the fufu and your mood is back and you're productive for another long while. Have a sandwich with greens. I have to learn even myself how to do this. Men don't like healthy eating, okay? So we need help, okay? Sharon, we need help. So we need help. They need to put vegetables in the sandwich so that we don't see the vegetables, we see the bread. And then in the confusion, we eat both, okay? It helps us, you know, but we have to watch out for that. You're not cranky, you're just hungry, you know? Make sure you eat. That's what I'm saying. Eat and eat right. Create your stability as a leader by eating right. Don't go into a meeting hungry. Don't go into a job interview in low energy. You will not concentrate. Don't go for an exam having not eaten something. Eat something. That is part of the leadership psychology. That is part of the success equation. You have to know what to eat and when to eat. Angie knows what I drink before I go and preach. She knows the glass that you see me sipping there. It's not just a sweet thing. No, it's part of the success of the preaching. It's part of it. It's part of fuel that I will require for the next 50 minutes to push and focus and concentrate for me to be able to be effective. Create a stability by your accurate eating. You know, stable inputs create stable output. When your energy crashes daily, your leadership becomes inconsistent. Okay, so work towards this. You may not be perfect, but work towards it. Are we together, everybody? Are you there? Are you there? Are you there, everybody? Are you there? Is everybody locked in? Is everybody locked in, locked in, locked in, locked in? I see all of you. I see all of you. I see all of you. Okay? Guys, let me tell you something. We are going far. Okay? As a family, we are going very far. We are going far. We are going far. I can tell you, prophetically, we are going very far. And so I'm training you how to make sure that you're not baggage to yourself. Okay? You become a good team player. So that as a family, we are able to succeed together without anyone feeling like baggage or without becoming dead weight. You see, imagine all of us can reason like this and we go out together. Any project we look at, can hit it. Any project we look at, we can hit it. Any project, anything. we lay our eyes on, we can hit it. You see, and as a family, we can be able to stick together and succeed. Okay, so that's very, very crucial. Number 4, movement. You have to schedule movement. Movement is stress release, not a fitness competition. Yeah, you have to schedule your movement. You can't just sit down the whole day. You have to schedule your movement. Your movement is very, very important. Stress settles in the body. It is movement that releases it. So you have to schedule your movement. Stress that settles in the body over a long period of time can become sickness. Okay? Health conditions. They are as a result of lack of motion, lack of movement. How do you release it? Movement releases the tension in the body. So you have to schedule that. However that movement looks to you, you have to schedule it. Do you like gym? Go to gym. Do you like to take a walk? Go for a walk. Okay? Leaders who do not move carry tension into meetings, into conversations, into decisions, into futures. That tension shows up as impatience, as frustration, as withdrawal, often without even noticing it, because there is no movement, there is no release of tension and stress that has accumulated in your body. You do not need extreme routines or intense training. You just need to be consistent. Be consistent in your movement. Okay? Be consistent in your movement. You have to make sure that you're consistent. Schedule it. Schedule. Bishop Dale Bronner, one of the most successful pastors and a friend of mine in Atlanta, Georgia, once taught me a very vital lesson. He said this: only what gets scheduled gets done. Only what gets scheduled gets done. If it is not scheduled, it's not going to get done. So schedule it. Schedule your walk. Are you taking a walk? Take a walk and schedule it. See, every Wednesday, I walk 3 miles. I walk back and forth. Whether it's summer, whether it's winter, I have to walk. I have to walk. A walk. Take a walk. Angie, take a walk. Get out of the house. Take a walk. Go to London. Take a bike. Rent a bike. Ride it across London. Cycle. This country is beautiful. This country is amazing. Probably one of these days we should go mountain hiking. Mountain hiking. We should go for hike. I love hiking. In Kenya, there are 2 mountains. There's a mountain called Mount Kenya. There's a mountain called Mount Kilimanjaro. There's a mountain called Mount Kenya. And then there's a mountain near Nairobi called Mount Longonot. Okay? Mount Longonot is about 2,700 meters above sea level. It's a high mountain. It's quite a high mountain, Mount Longonot. So you go up Mount Longonot, then at the top of Mount Longonot, there is a crater, a very big crater, that, a volcanic activity that erupted and blew out the top of the mountain. So there's a big hole. Once you get to the top, you look inside the mountain, you see a big crater. I'm talking about a crater that is about 7.5 kilometers. I think, if I'm not wrong, it's about 7.5 kilometers around the crater. Okay? Yeah. So, do you know what I would do? I would go up to the top, go round the crater, then go back down. I've done that mountain, Sister Mercy, believe it or not. I've done that mountain. I don't think I've even ever said this. I've done that mountain about 15 times. Now, it's a crazy mountain. Guys, it's crazy. You can only do it like once, maximum twice a month. You can't do it too often. It's something you can do. You go in the morning, you drive there. There are many people who go to climb. You go there, you park at the base. You pay your access, you go up. It takes you probably about 7 to 8 hours to do that, to climb up, go around the crater as you're watching everything. Wonderful, the most beautiful landscape you've ever seen. You go around and then come back and go down, then drive back. Those are very, very good things, very good exercises. Do you love mountain climbing? Do you love, nature walks? You need to do that. Schedule the movement. Schedule the movement. I discovered that when I do mountain climbing, I noticed that some of my best ideas are born while I'm out in nature. Okay? While I'm out in nature. But I don't know if I've ever told you that I have a bronze award, I have a silver award, and I have a gold award from the Duke of Edinburgh for the Presidential Award Scheme for nature, for exploration, for mountain climbing. I've been out for my gold award. I had to be out in the bush for 1 week with my food, water rationed in my backpack for 1 week in the bush, only with a map and a compass. You're told in the morning, you're shown on the paper map, you're told we'll meet here at 6 p.m. in the evening. How you locate yourself? You have to put the map on the floor, put your compass, rotate them, make sure the north is facing the north. You see the road. There is no GPS. There is no TomTom. There is no Google Maps. You don't even have a phone. You have a paper and the old compass. You're told we meet at this location. You're shown on the paper. We meet here at 6 p.m. For 7 days. That's how I earned my gold award. Some of the brightest ideas of my life came from those nature walks. Schedule your movement. You'll be amazed at the places God will meet with you when you're out there alone in the open. Okay? So schedule your movement. It's very important. Number 5, your environment trains your inner state. Your environment trains your inner state. Your environment, where you live, what you do, your room, the people around you, they shape your internal environment. What surrounds you shapes how you think, feel, and function. If there are chaos around you, very soon those chaos will find themselves inside you. Okay? Your environment is very important. Noise, clutter, constant screens, and lack of order keep your system on alert constantly, even when you should rest. You have to conduct something I call digital detox. Digital detox. Digital detox. Set limits on leisure screen time each day. Be intentional, not reactive. Schedule it. Avoid screens at least 1 hour before sleep. Because blue light tricks your mind that it is daytime. So you have to tell your mind it's nighttime by switching off every blue light. How is your house? How is your environment? How is your room? Would you be proud if I came to your room? Would you be proud? Is it organized? Is it neat? How is your living room? How is it? Your environment soon translates into the chaos or the calmness inside you. If your environment is chaotic, I can tell what kind of internal atmosphere you have by looking at. How is your car? Is it neat? Is it smelling nice? Is it organized? You notice in church, you notice I don't even like cables running everywhere. I want them hidden, tucked in. I want everything looking nice, because that environment determines the quality of what comes out of me. Jesus has to be behind me when I'm speaking of him. It's intentional. It's not just artwork. It's not just design. I know what is speaking behind me while I'm saying something standing before you. I have to know who is sitting where. I have to position specific people in specific locations in the auditorium because they are part of my message. How organized is your environment? You have to be very, very intentional about how you look. The reason why heaven is not because it is heaven. It is because heaven is the requirement or required order of God. If God was to leave heaven and go to hell, hell would become heaven. Because heaven is where God is. Wherever he goes becomes heaven. The order he requires. See? So you have to match your environments. And you have to mirror them. They have to mirror you. I want to see your environment in order for me to know your internal atmosphere. So you have to make sure that you audit your environment often. Your room. How is your desk? Is it everything is everywhere? How is your wardrobe? I want to know. I want to see things. How is your schedule? I want to see. Do you even have a journal? Do you organize your thoughts? Have you written what you learned today? I don't deserve sleep until I've written down one new thing I learned today. Every day is a learning day. Every day. In fact, I learn so much every day. I have to stop myself to do other things. Because I'm in the information business. I have to be aware. I have to learn. I have to have something to teach people every day. Something I didn't know yesterday, I have to know today. I don't deserve to go to bed unless I've learned something new. You see? So you have to be able to arrange your environment to facilitate your success. If your environment is cluttered, noisy, and overstimulating, your thinking will reflect it. Your life will follow suit. Strong leaders design their environment on purpose. They do not wait for calm. They create the calmness. Number 6, rest is not avoidance, it is renewal. We mentioned that at the beginning, and we're mentioning it towards the end. Scrolling on screen is not rest. Distraction is not rest. Avoidance, we said, is not rest. Rest is that intentional planning of your recovery so that your body gets to reset. How do you rest? If I may ask you, do you have a retinue for rest? How do you have fun? What kind of fun do you have? Have you thought about which activity helps you unwind? Is it watching a movie? Is it going out with friends? Is it having coffee? Is it chatting on the phone with your friends? Is it running around with your brother, your sister? You see, what is it? You have to be able to identify that, and you have to keep also desiring to make sure that as you grow, you're matching the things that help you relieve your pressure. Okay. And number 7, self-care is not selfish. It is leadership, stewardship. Self-care is not selfish. You're not being selfish by taking care of yourself. Looking nice, smelling nice, that's not selfish. No, that is stewardship. You're stewarding yourself. You're looking nice. I love Minister Mercy's car. I love it. Whenever I look at that car, it tells me a lot about the owner. Neat, clean, organized. You can tell the owner of that car lives life on purpose. It tells me a lot how that car looks. It tells me a lot about me. Let's appreciate Minister Mercy. Let's appreciate Minister Mercy. Let's appreciate the woman of God. Let's appreciate her. I love it. You see, if I can see how you're taking care of your car right now, I can tell when you're due for a better car. If you don't take care of your car, I am not even going to pray to God to give you a better car. You are not taking care of the one you have. Why would I ask God to give you another car? Why? No. So self-care is stewardship. It's not selfishness. It's stewardship. You speak volumes by how you take care of yourself. I cannot trust you to take care of me if you cannot take care of yourself. The Bible says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. I don't trust your love if you don't love yourself. Okay? So when leaders neglect themselves, everyone around them feels the pinch. The tone shifts, the patience shrinks, vision narrows if you're not taking care of yourself. So take care of yourself. It is part of taking care of others. Burnout is not proof of commitment. Don't burn out as a proof that you're working hard. No. It's not a badge of honor. It signals poor management of energy, time, and covering. And so please protect your capacity so that you can lead well over lengthy period of time. Did you learn something today? 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 I'm very passionate about your success, very passionate. I'm convinced, I'm persuaded that London is waiting for you. This country is waiting for you. I'm preparing you for greatness, and I will see you at the top. I have to see you at the top. I believe in you 100%. And we know that as we prepare you, we are being faithful to the God that promotes. And we know in due course, He will promote you, He will elevate you. Why? Because when preparation meets opportunity, success is inevitable. All right? We love you. Please remember to do the assignments immediately so that the system is able to grade you correctly. We love you. We celebrate you. God bless you. Good night.